everyone, welcome to the H.BLOOM vlog. I hope you're all doing well. I'm Megan and I'm really excited about this week's flowers for Arrange Your Own. They're super bright and very summery, and I wanted to do another hand-tied bouquet with you because I feel like the more you do the hand-tied bouquet, the more practice you get, the better you're going to be at it. And again, when you put it in this vase, it's really versatile. You can put it anywhere or bring it as a gift. So we're going to start with, again, our 5x5 cylindrical vase. And as you know from last week's segment, if you don't have a vase like this, exactly like this, you can find another similar vase at any craft store, or use something that you have in your house with a 5 with diameter opening at the top. So we're going to start with our aspidistra leaf. When we put the aspidistra leaf in the vase, we cut off right where the stem meets the leaf. Very simple. And you want to take the leaf shiny side out, wrap it around. And it's easy, again, if you have water filling your vase, you just sort of put the leaf in there, and it's nice and covering the water, so that way when you put the stems in, it doesn't look messy. So the reason why we're doing another hand-tied bouquet this week is because the flowers that were chosen for this week's Arrange Your Own are really flowers that we use to do the classic hand-tied bundles each week. Last week's were a little bit taller, you had to take more blooms off. This week we have our roses, which is usually what we make our hand-tied bundles from. We have our beautiful calla lilies, our yellow solidago, which is nice accent, and our purplish, purplish pink mums. Also, we have the salal, which can be skirted around like last week we did with the pit. So I'm just going to start by cutting the stems in half. When you receive the Arrange Your Own bouquet, the stems are really long, and since we're making a hand-tied bundle, it's just easier to handle once you cut the stems down. So I'm going to do this really quickly. I've already done it with the roses and with the callas. The stems are semi-short, so you don't have to worry about it. This week's Arrange Your Own bundle, the greenery that you're going to skirt the arrangement with, which I'll explain a little bit later, is called salal or lemon leaf. The way to clean this is really, really simple, and it was very difficult for me when I first learned how to do this to understand that the leaves, any lateral leaves besides really the one at the top, or if you have two at the top matching, they all go away. And you can keep these and garnish your plates, or if you're having a party or anything like that, it's beautiful. So I have a pile of my clean salal leaves over here. And if you have two leaves at the top that are similar and matching, you can leave them. It's just that you want the stem very, very clean. And this is how they do it in France, where we learned our hand-tied bouquet recipes from. Okay, so we're going to get started with the hand-tied bundle. We're just going to start with our main flower, which is our rose today, because usually when I start doing a hand-tied bundle, I start with the biggest flower that takes up the most space. I'm left-handed, and if you watched last week's blog segment, you'll remember that you put the flower between your thumb and your forefinger. And if you're right-handed, you would use your opposite hand and use your strong hand, or really whichever way you feel comfortable. So I'm going to put the rose in between my thumb and my forefinger. Don't grab too hard. So the next flower I want to start with is the mum. And you can choose any different type of flower other than the rose. And once you get going, you'll see why. And you want to take this and basically go almost horizontal. So this is crisscrossing over the mum. And you want to twist it a little. So again, at the end, we're going to have that spiraling effect. It's going to be easy for you to place it in the vase. It's going to be nice and round. Okay, so next, I think we need a little pop of yellow, which the yellow aster solidago is really pretty. So you come in, again, put it nice and horizontal, and twist. And it takes a little getting used to holding it, but you'll get the hang of it, and that's why I'm doing this again, so practice makes perfect. You can grab a calla lily, feed in, twist around. So if you see that there's all different types of flowers, I think maybe we need some more yellow on this side to balance it out. Another stem of the solidago, twist, another rose, twist, maybe another mum. And while I'm doing this, again, I look down at my arrangement and say, okay, it needs to be a little bit symmetrical, just to balance out the colors. You don't want one flower to one side and then have a mixture on the other side. So as you see, it's starting to balance out a little. So there's a cal over here. I think we're going to add another cal over this way. Twist that. And then maybe another rose. And don't be afraid if the flowers shift to or fall, because you can always adjust them. And if the solidago is a little too, the laterals are going a little too long down the stem, you can always just pick them up as well. And you kind of want like just 2 inches at the top. So continuing on, you'll see that it starts to get a nice spiral on the stems, which is what you're looking for. And hopefully by now it's feeling a little bit more comfortable for you. So I'm looking at the top and seeing a bunch of yellow, and the callas spread apart. So I'm going to add another calla over here. So we have 5 callas this time. And do a little twist. And then add the last stem of our solidago. And it's really up to you whether you want the solidago to stick up above the arrangement or not. I think it looks pretty nice and sort of whimsical. I'm going to add another Gerber daisy, twist. And you'll see it's coming together really nicely. And you'll see where you need to add your other colors. So we'll put another rose. We need some more hot pink over on this side. We'll add another rose on this side. And if you find that the petals are falling, just gently pull them off. And that'll be a fresh petal underneath. You don't want it hanging down there. Twist again. And then for the last 2 callas, you can just place them where the calla lilies are sparse on the arrangement. So one here and one here. And anything that falls down, you can just gently lift it up with your hands. And you'll see, again, at the bottom, it's got a nice spiral look. So we're going to do the salal to skirt the arrangement for the last final touch, which, if you've cleaned your salal, some of them have a little guy, lonesome guy at the top, and some of them have 2. You want the shiny side up, but you want to continue with the salal how you did the other flowers. So in between the thumb and the forefinger, and horizontal, shiny side up. So you'll see it's getting to start to skirt the arrangement and just make it a little bit fuller. Twist, and then some more salal and twist. And really by now you should be pretty speedy with this. If you're not, it's okay, but if you are, it's just easy to add the final touches, and it goes pretty fast once you get to the salal. We do a lot of classes, and it's really great to see the students get the hang of it super quick, and then all of a sudden they're done, and it's nice to see the finishing product. Okay, so once you've skirted the arrangement, you can tie it with flower wire. So you want to take a bit of flower wire, just wrap it around the thinnest part where it spirals in. And you can do this however you feel comfortable. Just sort of tie it tight. And just twist, make sure it's in there, on there securely. And then, again, you want to take a measurement roughly of the vase to your flowers. And I say from the wire, a good 1.5 to 2 inches. You want to cut them as even as possible. And they're going to go flying all over the place, which is somewhat fun. And then you just place them gently in the vase. And there you have it. I hope that you can find time to practice midweek, but there's another hand-tie bundle, and if you have any other questions, you can email me here at H.BLOOM. It's Megan@hbloom.com. Thanks, guys.